Welcome now to the weather portion of Ag Week. Going to begin this week with a look at soil conditions, and I need to do a brief explanation of this map. Wet means wetter than average, dry means drier than average. Dry doesn't necessarily mean parched and brown. This is just a general look. At this point in the spring, these conditions are probably not as critical as they are once we get into planting season over most of the area. It's been a wet winter out in the Pacific Northwest down through central California, so soils are generally in pretty good shape. They've had some rain in Southern California, but not enough. It's not parched as it was, but it's still way too dry. The southeastern states have had below average moisture. That includes the southern edge of the Corn Belt, but again, it's not parched and brown, just drier than average. That goes up through the Middle West. We have this area of wet weather from Nebraska up through Wisconsin. That's the snow belt. All the snowstorms that have been producing heavy snows in the Midwest this season, most of them have gone through here. A few scattered showers of rain and snow the last week back across North Dakota, northern South Dakota, northwest Minnesota have helped a little bit, but it's still basically pretty dry across these areas. What do we expect this week? Well, let's take a look at the big picture. Of course, this huge storm system the last few days that's been traversing the southern states, the last vestiges of that moving out to sea. So most of this week in the southwest and the southern plains will be fairly dry. The rains will actually move out this weekend, and most of the east will be fairly dry. There will certainly be some scattered areas of rain showers, maybe some snow in the Midwest, especially later this week, looks like a weather system. And then up into the northern plains, it may not be completely void of rain and snow, but I just don't expect very much. There will be some snows back in the mountains, but I don't think they'll work into the plains. The second week looks like another one of these big El Nino weather systems working through the southern states, and it's probably not precise to call it an El Nino weather system, but what I mean by that is the same type of system we've been having much of this winter with the strong El Nino. Most of the moisture will be in the southern states with storms. There will be some rain, maybe some wet snow on the back edge getting up into the Midwest. The rains again are expected to miss most of California. This will be thunderstorms. This will be rain, the back edge snow, and for the middle part of April, just a few general light showers back into the Dakotas and northwest Minnesota, probably looking to stay generally fairly dry. A brief outlook ahead at the summer conditions. We're still expecting June, July, and August to be basically warmer than average across most of the Corn Belt and the northern plains, about average in the south. I don't anticipate a lot of really cool weather. What this means, though, if we were to go 3 months with warm weather, that would be 12 consecutive months in the Dakotas and Minnesota of above average temperatures. That's unusual. My suspicion is we'll start off the summer warm. If we get good rains, it'll cool off. If we stay dry, we may be warm all summer long. In fact, it may be quite hot by the end of summer.